Dale, this is for you. Dale requested that I take a look at a scale called the double harmonic major scale. And I thought, well, that would be fun, especially since I have done a Persian album in the past, and I am used to these sounds. But before we dig into the harmonic major scale, I'd like to define the word harmonic and where it came from. If I play a natural minor scale, that natural minor scale is also called the Aeolian mode, right? And with the harmonization of that scale, it has a 5 minor. And during the 14th, 15th, 16th century, somewhere in there, that 5 minor wasn't really considered a sufficient resolution to the 1 chord. Okay, so what musicians wanted at the time was to make that 5 chord a major chord or a 7 chord, same deal. And in order to do that, because chords come from scales, they had to raise the 7th degree of the scale, and that produced this. And there was some trouble with that because it sounded so ethnic to the Western ear. So the word harmonic came from this idea that there was a fictitiously created scale that was not one of the pure modes. And that fictitiously created scale required the raised 7th degree, and the reason for the raised 7th degree was a harmonic reason. They wanted to create a chord on the 5th degree of the scale, right? That's a good one to sort of think of prior to diving into the double harmonic major scale. Let's look at one more scale as well, and let's look at Phrygian. I'm in A here, so here is Phrygian. So as you can see, and here in Phrygian we have the flat 2. Okay, and the reason I bring up the Phrygian with that flat 2 is because the double harmonic major scale has a flat 2, and it also has that major 7th that you would find in the harmonic minor scale. Double harmonic major scale. What a beautiful sound. It's just great. So let's just talk about some basic facts that I thought I'd just write down here. A double harmonic major scale. So first of all, major scale would have to have one change different, one note or interval different at least than these other 2 scales I just played. A major scale would need a major third as opposed to a minor third. It's the major third that makes the major scale sound. Okay, so it's a double harmonic major scale. Now, when they say harmonic here, it's a bit of an erroneous word definition because the original reason for harmonic the harmonic scale was to create a harmonic result. And I don't think this is deliberately created for a harmonic result. So really what they're saying is this scale has 2 augmented seconds in it, right? The harmonic minor scale only has that 1 augmented second, and that gives it its very ethnic Middle Eastern quality, but not as Middle Eastern and ethnic as the harmonic major scale. The harmonic major scale has a flat 2, like the Phrygian mode, and it has a major 3, okay, and then goes to the 4. Just like the harmonic minor scale, right? Except there I'm starting on the 5th. Here I'm starting on the root of the harmonic major, and that's the harmonic minor. But that tetrachord, those 4 notes, are shared by the harmonic minor scale and the double harmonic major scale. Okay, we'll get to that very quickly. So it says here the double harmonic major scale has a lowered 2nd and 6th degree. So when we say lowered 2nd, like flat 2, it has a flat 2 and it has a flat 6. Has a flat 6, just like the harmonic minor scale. It has a flat 2, just like the Phrygian mode, but it has a major 3 to make it a major scale sound. Okay. Now, I mentioned the word tetrachord. A tetrachord is 4 notes out of a scale. And in this case, we have a tetrachord that looks like this. And from the 5th degree, we have a tetrachord that looks like this, which is identical, right? This is really helpful if you want to dig in and learn this scale. So, and then that tetrachord, so we have the first tetrachord, semitone, augmented 2nd, and a semitone. And then we have the tetrachord is split. In other words, we have this tetrachord, and then we have a tone up to the 5th degree, and then we have another tetrachord that's identical to the first one. Let me do that. It's nice to shift there. Two identical tetrachords. Okay. And if you need to know more about tetrachords, I actually have a video on tetrachords, specifically a theory video on tetrachords. Maybe we'll put that in the link or something. So this is sometimes the double harmonic major scale is sometimes called the Byzantine scale or Arabic scale, as well as the Gypsy major scale, all basically the same thing. And just here I just noted Arabic scale may also refer to any Arabic mode, the symbol of which, however, to us Westerners resembles the double harmonic major scale most closely. And the double harmonic major scale also would be referred to as a tonal mode, because we have a 1, a 4, and a 5, right? So the 1 chord would be major, the 4 minor, the 5 we have a dominant 7, and the 1 4 minor, 5 dominant, 7 1. We also have a flat 2 major, which is sort of cool. So here I've got the scale written in C, with C as the tonal center. As you can see, we have the 1, we have the flat 2, we have the major 3, the 4 and the 5, the 1, the 4 and the 5, flat 6 and the major 7 and the 1. It's good to think of your scales that way so you can play them from any key. I've chosen to play this in the key of A today because I just wanted to show you what it's like when you pedal. And now, because we've got a D, this is sort of guitaristic, we can pedal in D as well. Or we can pedal in E. And that's very common in Middle Eastern music. Quarter tone bends are also really common. It does have some elements of, for instance, a diminished scale. That's even more, the diminished scale is even more ambiguous, right? Just to recap now, the harmonic major scale is a really odd scale, and I really love it, and I'm going to do some work with it. The fact that it has tonal centers of 1 and 4 and 5 is really, really neat. You won't get that from some modes, like you won't even get it from Lydian mode. You'll end up with an unusual, augmented fourth, right? So the fact that it's a tonal mode, the fact that it has 2 identical tetrachords, right? And with that tone in the middle of the 2 of them. And so if you want to really put the work into learning this, I would suggest you take your time, hunt down the tetrachords, and just do 1 octave, just play 1 octave at a time. And as you can see in this case, I'm doing a shift. It's sort of an optimum place because you still have to work out nice scale fingerings. But you know what? This scale is worth putting in the time to. If you're not comfortable with your major and minor scales, just the sort of the basic scales, I suggest you did those first, because this is sort of a step in a more exotic direction, I might say, but it certainly is a worthwhile one, and it's really delicious for the ears. So thanks, Dale. I really do appreciate the input, and it sort of led me down a bit of a wormhole for a few hours, but it was worthwhile. And that being said, if you have any comments, please leave comments. They're really important to me, just in terms of which direction I should go and what people are looking for. But I think this could probably be of interest to just about anyone who loves music and loves the instrument. So that's it, the double harmonic major scale, also called the Byzantine scale or Arabic scale or the Gypsy major scale. Okay, have fun with that, and thanks.